Hi, and welcome to part 9 in a series of videos documenting the rebuild of my Porsche 944 engine. In this video, I will be installing the timing belt, balance shaft belt, and the rollers. Welcome to 944 Restore. The oil pressure sender wires route behind the timing belt cover. I am placing a piece of string back there so I can pull the wires through later. The rear cover is held in place by 4 bolts. Be sure to note the orientation of the crankshaft gear. This bolt requires a significant amount of torque to engage the oil pump, and I'm going to save that step for later. The balance shaft gears and covers are also oriented in a particular way. This is for the upper balance shaft. The workshop manual says to apply Loctite on the bolt. I am using a spanner wrench to keep the balance shaft from spinning while torquing it. I'll mark the gear in the cover to make finding top dead center easier. Now I'm doing the same thing for the lower balance shaft gear. Before installing the timing belt, verify that both the crankshaft and the camshaft are at top dead center. I am using the flywheel and this mark on the casing for the crankshaft and this gear for the camshaft. This is the tensioner. It was a bit of a squeeze to fit the belt behind the larger drive gear. As seen in other 944 timing belt videos, advance the camshaft one tooth so that when you put it back at top dead center, all the slack is removed from the belt. Tighten the belt by rotating the tensioner counterclockwise. I am verifying the correct tension by turning the water pump. I want to be able to just barely turn it with my hand. I am lightly torquing the tensioner in place so I can make fine-tune adjustments later. I'm going to measure the tension on the belt. So to do that, I need to first turn the engine over one full turn on the camshaft so it's back at top dead center. I wasn't super happy with this tool for measuring the tension, but doing this in combination with the twist method left me feeling pretty good about the belt tension. Once again, you should be able to just barely turn the water pump by hand. Too tight and you risk wearing out the bearings. And the final steps are to install this roller and add back the water pump belt guard. With the timing belt complete, it's time to move on to the balance shaft belt. I added some marks to the balance shaft gears so it's easy to see when they are at top dead center. Add a rag to keep the belt in place while routing it around the upper balance shaft gear. The balance shaft tensioner should be turned clockwise to tighten. Note that this is the opposite of the timing belt tensioner. For the balance shaft belt, I'm going to be using the twist method to determine the tension. I'm looking for about 130 degrees of twist. The clearance for the idler roller and the lower balance shaft gear should be 0.5 millimeter. The idler should spin freely. And with both belts installed, I'm going to turn the engine over a few times to verify everything is aligned. And that wraps up the belts and rollers. For the next part in this series, I'll be installing the clutch. Thanks for watching.